It's always nice to have a front record button on your camera. You don't have to reach behind the camera and fiddle it on, but you can just press the record button just next to the lens, and that's very good in the Lumix S1H. Big camera rig, looks extremely professional, and you can make tons of money. Welcome to this little video. My name is Paul. Why is actually in 2025 maybe a smaller camera better for creators, and why you in your position as a beginner videographer have an advantage over me? I tell you this in this video. My last job, I was booked in a dentist office for like 4 hours or so, and this guy was a social media manager for this dentist clinic, and he booked me. He wanted to have only vertical content, and I showed up with my Lumix S1H rig anyway, because I thought, well, I give them the best quality possible. But you know what? In 2025, is it not so ultra necessary to have a big rig? But it's also necessary to have a big camera rig and to look good. Why is that? Because I am now in almost 3 years full-time freelancer, 100% videographer. I discovered that not every client needs the biggest setup, not the biggest lights and a huge camera. It is a thing for a certain type of clients that pays 1,000 euro for 1 day of shooting, and they expect the best possible quality. But there's also a huge amount of clients that only want this guy with a small camera filming vertical content. I know I hate it as much as you to only film vertical content, but these clients want only vertical content. And that was a pain in the ass to film with the Lumix S1H vertical content, because that's a 4.5 kilo rig without a tripod, because I couldn't attach a tripod. How can you attach a tripod when here is the side handle and everything? That looks completely stupid, and it's also very hard to hold all the time like this. So actually a little small camera, only the camera and the lens, is here an advantage. And you know what? I give you here a little pricing structure for these videos, because it is not so much about the value, it is about how a small company sees the price. Maybe you see the value you can create if you're really good. Maybe, I don't know how many, 50 reels per day for this person or whatever. But usually these small project clients, they tend to pay in a range between 450 and 500 euro. And you really only need a camera for it, one lens, and maybe a little light. This guy that booked me bring even his own 60 watt, the same as I have, the 60 watt Godox light. And you know what? You know, I showed you almost in every video, but it's true. This little light here from Zion is the best thing for these little jobs, because this little light is also 60 watt, is light, it fits in your backpack, because you don't want to get a big car. In 2025 will be a lot of clients that just want a little bit social media content, and with a small camera, when you present yourself that way, I'm a beginner cameraman, I have my camera setup, but it's good for social media because it is not the big Netflix production. It is not the biggest amazing Hollywood production rig with like 2 cameras, lights here, lights there, lights everywhere. And people want this. People search explicit for small social media videographers. I know some people also look for high-end production for social media, but that's rarely the case. That's more like the exception. I know people tend to treat the exception like it is the rule, but it's not a rule. Most businesses want then for social media only the guy with the small camera. Recording settings here were also 4K, 25 FPS and Vlog, because color grading is then apparently a thing. But a lot of my clients that book me for like small social media content, they want only MP4, like 4K, even full HD is sometimes enough for them. They need a little bit of B-roll, and I tell you what, the Lumix S5 is even good enough for these things. So when you have like a small camera, Lumix S5, S5 Mark II or whatever, that's completely okay for this job. And I tell you another thing. An okay lens like the 20 to 60 millimeter, I heard that is a really good kit lens, is actually excellent for this job, because for some of these situations where you want to film vertically, you need actually a little wide angle lens, especially for talking head videos. 24 to 70 millimeter is cool. I love the 24 to 70 millimeter as pro lens, but for this social media content, you want to sometimes to get closer to the lens, to the people, because when you have an on-camera mic and not like a Rode Pro wireless system, you want to be actually a little bit closer to them. And for these kinds of styles, get only a little camera, market yourself as the beginner. Don't market yourself if you are a beginner. I mean, you can also market yourself as the professional social media, blah, 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 but people don't buy this from me. People buy me for professional stuff. I try to get more into the like social media stuff, to have retainer clients, to have people, maybe 5 clients per month that pay me 2,000 euro per month, and then I have 10K every month and make constant social media for these kind of clients, because we are only, we both here, you know what, you can produce on one shooting day like 15, 20, 30 reels for the people, you know, that's ultra easy, especially when you have enough B-roll, a little bit talking head, and then you have like content for a month. But don't tell them, these clients, tell them you need at least 2 shooting days per month for like content for the next 5 to 6 weeks. I mean, it really depends on the subject, what the client does and what the location is and stuff. But these clients will book you when you offer them social media content. And when you market yourself as a beginner, offer them also a free demo. Even I did this, because I also struggle right now to find clients. It's January 2025. Happy New Year here if you see this. And clients book you then not in the beginning of the year usually. That's very dark time for social media guys like me, or videographers in general. People tend to book you more like in the middle to the end of the year. And in these dark months now, I offer a free demo. My free demo, I tell you what my free demo is. Don't worry. My free demo is, I call them, I tell them, you know what? You can book me for 450 euro. I will come to your place, film 3 hours. You will receive 4 reels. If you want to buy these 4 reels. If you don't want to buy these 4 reels, then so what, c'est la vie. But you will receive at least 1 free reel when I go to your place and film there a little bit. Because I want to post it on my site anyway, and then they get also what you post on your site, this reel. You know, that sounds a little bit odd when you like a good production company and established office, but I think offering a little free demo from time to time cannot hurt your business when you have time for it. Like me now, I am in January, have more time as I wanted, and that's a little bit sad, and I genuinely want to work. I'd hate it to have no work. So I offer sometimes a free demo for my clients, even when it's a little bit. I mean, maybe that works. I have this month I was like in a little dentist office, then was in Hamburg and filmed a recruitment video, and then on the 25th of January now, in like not even 2 weeks, I should film a little speaker on a stage, and but only for 250 euro. I only will be there 1 hour, film one guy and deliver him the footage. That's also a thing. It is with 2 cameras, but they only want me 1 hour, record the speaking, maybe it's 30 minutes, and for 250 euro, is this okay? Don't tell this anybody. Tell them always a shooting day is at least 4 hours for 600 euro, and the whole shooting day, 8 hours, is like 2,200 euro or whatever. So I hope you learned a little bit from this video. If you want to see more, I'm a freelancer from Berlin, Germany. My name is Paul Jonak, and if you want to learn more about videography, real world advice, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next video.
you.